What's going on, boxing fans? This is Super Kid Frosty. Just got done watching the Koki Kameda Hugo Ruiz fight. Um, Caught it on Daily Motion if you want to check it out. I'm sure it'll be on YouTube in the next coming days. Most Japanese fights are. It's hard to catch them the night of, obviously, because of the time zone differences. So they're usually posted on YouTube the day after, or on Daily Motion the night of. Um, This fight went the way I thought it was going to go. I had Koki winning by split decision, and he did win by split decision. But I did score the fight a draw. I had it 114-114. The judges had it 116-113, 115-113 for Kameda, and then 117-113 for Ruiz. And honestly, it kind of came down to how you see a fighter winning a fight, especially in a close fight, and how you see ring generalship, an overall command in the ring. And I think if I had to rescore it and really look at it and analyze it a little bit more, I did think Koki did win the fight very closely. I could see it being 115-113. It's just a slight edge to Kameda, and I'll kind of go into why a little bit here. Earlier rounds completely switched roles from what I thought they were going to do. Koki didn't come right after Ruiz. I thought he was going to try to get under his jab and to work the body a lot, and he did the opposite. He started boxing, moving around the ring a lot, just keeping Ruiz at a distance. And Ruiz did the opposite of what I thought he was going to do, which was box. He pretty much stayed in the center of the ring and didn't really throw any punches, which really surprised me. He didn't even try to set his jab up at all against Kameda, and he's got a huge height and reach advantage, and I just didn't use it. I was very surprised early on. I thought the first 4 to 5 rounds were pretty even for both fighters. They weren't throwing a lot of punches, and if they were, most of them were getting caught on the gloves. The one thing I did notice, however, Koki was landing the straight left hand quite flush on Ruiz. He kind of circle a little bit, to the left, and then shoot the straight right down the middle, and then kind of circle around the right hook or the left hook of Ruiz. It's kind of like a Floyd Mayweather pull counter. He kind of pulls back, shoots the right hand, then dips under his opponent's oncoming punches. So he was kind of smart in that. Kind of started using his southpaw advantage. So he was catching Ruiz with the straight left quite a bit. And Ruiz had some successes with the straight right hand. Kept that pawing jab a little bit out, and then shot the hard right hand down the middle. So he did catch Koki a little bit. He was also shooting to the body of Koki, but pretty much inactive for the first half of the fight. I did have Ruiz winning the middle rounds because Koki kind of backed off a little bit, didn't do a whole lot, wasn't throwing a lot of punches, wasn't setting up the combos, and Ruiz was. But then Koki came back in the last half of the fight. I think the last 3 rounds were pretty close. I gave Koki the last 2 rounds. He was landing the left hand again. He was even shooting some short right hands on the inside that caught Ruiz quite a bit. He actually made Ruiz bleed from the nose at the end of the fight. Overall, not a terribly exciting fight. I give props to Kameda. I thought this was going to be a harder fight for him, to be honest. Even though I had him winning, I thought it was going to be a lot harder fight. But it came down to the judges, like I thought it would. Kind of not going to call out a hometown advantage because I thought this was a very close fight. So, but I think it does. They need to be aware of this situation that they're in. And I think Koki realized, hey, I'm in my hometown right now. Last 2 rounds, let's make a rally. Let's make it a big show. He was really hyped up, pumped up, putting his fist in the air and slapping his gloves together, and he was really into the fight. On the other hand, Ruiz wasn't into the fight. From the on-go, I just didn't see it in him. And for me, it is almost a markdown for me when I'm judging a fight. If I don't see that desire and that will, like, you're just standing in the center of the ring waiting for something to happen. You know, he wasn't even throwing any punches, not setting anything up. That's why I thought most of the time Koki was commanding the fight, even though he was on the outside, moving on the outside. Ruiz was just falling into the trap. He just kept following Kameda around the ring, but wasn't throwing anything. That's not ring generalship. Now, some people see that differently. Some people think that the aggressor is the guy that's coming forward a bit, not the guy running around. But I didn't see Koki running. I saw him being pretty smart about it. He knew his situation, and he got the decision based on that. But Ruiz, you're away from home. You're in a foreign land. Championship belt on the line. Just thought he should have put a lot more effort into it. In my prediction video, that's what I thought he was going to do. I thought he was going to come out gunning for this belt, and he just didn't do it. So a little disappointed in that. But overall, pretty much the fight ended up what I thought it was going to end up being. So coming up here, I'll probably do the Pacquiao Marquez prediction. Probably not till Friday because I'm super busy with finals and stuff. But also do a post-fight for Ji-Hoon Kim and Raymundo Beltran on Thursday. That fight is Thursday on ESPN. Check it out. I think it's going to be a barn burner. So, yeah, that's what's coming up for me. Thanks for listening. Post any comments if you wish. And thank you.